originally from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Yes.
And then sir?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. Okay, so
What's the difference between the Philippines and your country?
What's the difference?
yes,
The weather.
the weather.
First difference.
Absolutely.
Oh, so it's cold in both the Netherlands and Canada.
It can be warm, but not as warm as here, and also for a very brief period in the year, maybe 3 weeks.
Really?
And then the rest of the year it's
Cold.
moderate, rainy, maybe even cold. Exactly.
Oh, really? So, how about the other things? Like, can you say like the looks?
It's totally different. It's totally different if you look at the city of Manila. A city is a city. Manila is a big
Yes.
city. It's huge. It reminds me very much of some of the big cities we have. It's not very different. Maybe sometimes a little bit more chaotic, and traffic is a bit of an
Yes.
issue. But I think it's very similar in that sense. The countryside is very beautiful. It's very nice, and we also have very beautiful countrysides in Canada. It varies very much from east to west. We have the mountains, we have the sea, we have the plains. But overall, the look is very different. The feeling is very different.
Yes, and they have different styles. Right?
Absolutely.
And in the Netherlands, if you compare Manila with any Dutch city, we don't have as many tall buildings and not as tall because the Netherlands has a very soft soil. So we cannot build very tall buildings because they will sink.
Yes.
Not immediately, of course. So for us, always coming back from a place like Manila or other Asian cities, coming to Holland, we sometimes ask ourselves, why did we bother to build such a small building on the space? But that's why. So we have much different landscape, much lower
Yes.
landscape.
Okay, so
Next one, sir. What made you came here in the Philippines?
Actually, two very different answers here. My answer is very boring. My wife actually has a project here, so she spends a lot of time in the Philippines. And she travels here to. She's a director for her team, so she comes here. She leaves. She goes back. She comes. Both of us live in Abu Dhabi now, in the United Arab Emirates.
oh, okay.
Now, this week is a very special week, as you know, in the Arab world. It's Eid,
Yes.
so it was the week off in Abu Dhabi, and I decided to join her and just
Yeah,
have a week while she's working. I'm actually enjoying myself.
What?
So what about you, sir? Where is your work?
My work is in Abu Dhabi.
Oh.
My work, I don't work in the
So
Philippines.
this is
I
a
work in Abu
vacation.
Dhabi. So
This is
for me, it's a vacation.
Oh.
Yes.
How about you, sir?
Well, I'm here for work. I actually work here. I'm working for a program to also support the government, but to support the government in the treatment of dangerous materials like chemical waste, biological waste, radiological materials. So to protect our health, your health, our health, to protect the environment, to ensure that if there is a problem, an incident, an accident, the fire brigade or specialists can intervene quickly. They know how to do it. They have the equipment to protect themselves. They have the laws.
So you're making it? You're making the equipment?
No, I don't make the equipment. So what I basically do is I support the government
To support it.
to identify what is the most important risk here. What are the things that can go wrong that they are very worried about?
So you're kind of like a scientist or something?
Yes, I'm a physicist.
Oh,
That's it,
physicist.
yes.
Wow. Okay. So the next one is, when was your first time?
My first time here.
Yes.
That's funny you should ask the question. We were just discussing this. Believe it or not, my first time in the Philippines was in 1997 in this
Wow.
very same hotel.
Really?
1997, and I was here for work.
Wait, sir, is it expensive to be here?
Is it expensive to come here? No, from Abu Dhabi it's not bad actually. From Abu Dhabi it's very reasonable, and the prices in the Philippines are also very reasonable if you know where to go.
Yes.
And I very much prefer the small little restaurants,
Yes.
and those are good price,
yes.
than the big ones, which are more like Western prices. And so it can be, the Philippines can be a very affordable place to
Yes.
visit, and certainly affordable
If
to
you know
live.
the right place to go. Okay, sir, how about you? When was the first time?
In 2013, so not so
13.
long ago.
Sir, how about the Filipinos? What can you say about them?
Your first impression?
The same impression that I had back in 1997. Extremely polite, extremely pleasant, and you smile all the time. And I
Thank you.
like it. It's true. It's extremely
Aren't we
comfortable to
lazy?
come here. It doesn't matter where you go. Sometimes it's like good morning, about 5, 6 times over.
Yeah.
Always pleasant. I feel very comfortable here.
Yes, Yes, thank you for that. How about you, sir?
I agree. I agree. It's always indeed very polite. So from my culture in the Netherlands, we are a little bit more direct. So it is, in my opinion, it's also sometimes overly polite. Come on, you don't need to say sir to me all the time, or don't need to say thank you all the time, because in Holland we wouldn't do that often.
Really?
So that is my impression, that you are very, very polite and very engaged with, I think, with everyone, but certainly with me.
Thank you for that. So, how about the place? When the first time you saw the Philippines, what can you say? What was the first thing that you thought of?
That's a tough question. I remember the first time I came here, it was 5 in the morning. We landed, I flew in from Canada, and it was a Saturday or a Sunday, 5 in the morning. And the first thing I did is I went out for a walk. And I walked in the street. Two things struck me. First of all, it was busy, even at 5 in the morning. It was busy in the street all the time. People were outside doing things, working all the time. And also, there's a lot of people who have, unfortunately, no housing, and they live in the street. That's the first thing that struck me, is that there's a combination of very wealthy people and people that live on the street. And that, of course, coming from Canada, was a bit of a shock. So that was my first impression of it. Yes.
Okay. How about you, sir?
I'll refer to my second impression, which was when I came in July, because the one in 2013 was very brief. It was 3 days in out. But here, what I noticed is that everything is centralized. I mean, the shops, for example, everything is in the mall, in Makati, in Manila anyway. And I had expected more small streets, lots of shops, and they are there, but they're a little bit further out, not so easy to access from where I'm working and staying. And personally, I like the small shops. So going into the malls, where everything is very beautiful, where everything is ready-made, is less appealing, personally, than when you go to little shops where there's handiwork, where there's raw materials, where you can have your own imagination, where you can negotiate a little bit. So that was my first impression, a surprise, but at the same time, a pleasant surprise that I can get everything here.
Because in the same place?
Well, yes, because where I came from before was in Algeria, which has a lot of beneficial points as well, but getting items in the shops is not as easy as here. You cannot get everything. You can sometimes get some of one thing, and then the next week it's gone, and you have to wait for a new container maybe to come in 1 month or so. So you also don't have a steady supply. So to get things for your house, for your life, is much more much easier, accessible here. And that is where I came from, a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So what are the places that you've been in the Philippines?
You've been to places
I've
like
only been here
provinces?
3 months, so I have not been out of the city. I've been to Quezon City, and I've been to Makati, and I've been to Alabang. So that's right at this
So
moment.
mainly in Manila.
Yes, because when you arrive newly, you take a lot of time to settle in, to find a house, to find your places to shop, to find furniture, to take care of schooling, well, there's a lot of logistics, and I'm now roughly at the end of this process.
So maybe after that,
now I can start to go outward and visit the
yes.
countryside, visit the islands. But that takes some time to settle in a new country, so I'm in that process right now.
So how about you? Have you been to like provinces or?
No, I've been mainly to Manila also, all over Manila actually, but for various reasons. And this week I've actually taken great pleasure in exploring Quezon City by foot. By foot,
really?
yes, everywhere. And I enjoyed it very much. Now, I do have plans to go to Cebu because I'm a diver. I'm a scuba diver.
Yes.
I'm a diving instructor. So I'm told that Cebu has beautiful diving. So my wife and I, who's also a diver, we plan to go to Cebu at some point.
And there are a lot of beautiful islands here in the Philippines. Especially, I think, if you like diving, maybe Palawan, you could try it because it's very interesting as well. Okay, so I guess now we would take a little. Okay, so first one is balut. Balut.
You don't know balut?
Nope.
You've never tried balut?
Well,
Maybe I have, but I don't know the
It's the egg that has a small chicken and quail.
Okay, the
fertilized,
fertilized.
Yes, the
Fertilized.
fertilized.
I tried it a long time ago.
You've tried it. You liked it.
I haven't tried it.
You haven't tried
No.
it. Wow, it's like most of the people that came here, especially from the other country, when they came here, the first thing that they want them to try is balot because it's very unusual for them, right? But
Yes.
it's very delicious actually. You've tried it, sir. You like
Yes.
it, really?
But it's gonna be difficult because I like everything. So.
And then,
Yeah.
okay. So how about let's go places to the Neta?
Rizal
Rizal Park.
Park.
Rizal Park.
Rizal Park.
The statue of Rizal.
Statue of Rizal.
I've driven past
Where
it
is that?
with a
Oh, have
taxi,
you been
but,
in there?
No, no, I have not.
Is that the place where you?
No, in circle.
Oh.
In a circle. Yeah, I've been in a circle. But yeah.
Okay. Oh, Luneta. You've never been to Luneta
No.
as well. Okay. So how about the jeepney? Have you ever tried?
Oh, jeepney, yes.
Yeah.
I like, yes.
I've
Like-
not tried it yet.
Yeah.
You haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
How
it's
about you,
lovely.
sir? Do you like the jeepney?
I like the jeepney, but I haven't tried it
I
yet. So I
haven't.
like it from the outside. I don't know whether after I've been in
Inside.
it I might like it or not. But we will see.
So you've tried jeepney?
Yeah, yeah,
sir?
it's lovely. It's very practical. They're all over
Yes.
the place. You jump on one, you jump off, you pay a little bit. There you go. It's perfect.
Yes.
It's all
Okay.
everywhere. Yes.
Everywhere. So let's go Filipino food. Adobo.
Yeah, adobo is good. I like
Adobo.
it.
You've tried adobo.
Especially
Adobo.
chicken ones.
The chicken
Yes.
with like soy sauce and
Oh.
The chicken's marinated. with
Yeah, 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 yeah.
sauces.
That's lovely.
yeah, yeah. That's like
then
the
again, I
signature
like it.
dish.
I like
everything. Okay, so how about tricycle? Have you tried it?
I've not tried it here.
Describe.
It has
Tricycle.
3 wheels.
Three
Five.
wheels and then motorcycle. And
Ah,
then
yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Also, same thing.
Really? You've
Very,
tried
very,
it?
very practiced. And I like it because it beats the traffic.
Yes.
That's why I like it.
I'm
It
not
can-
sure I will fit.
You know what a tricycle is, sir?
I know what it is. I've tried it in other countries, like
Like
Cambodia,
it too?
for example.
Oh.
It's very nice. It's airy. The
Too
problem
tall.
is it's very small. I'm not sure I'll be able to sit comfortably in
You
it.
have to
Yes.
sit like this.
Yeah,
Maybe
exactly.
the roof.
For a short ride, it could be okay, but
Yes.
if it's a bit longer, then
So it's a little bit dislike for you.
well, I imagine it will be a dislike. I've not tried it here, so I cannot say dislike or dislike.
Okay.
But,
So sir, you've been to a lot of, you've experienced a lot of things here in the Philippines.
That's right.
Yes. Okay, so how about sinigang? Have you tried sinigang? The sour one with the soup and
And the vegetables like
the vegetables.
they call
I
it.
may have, I may have, but I can't remember. But you know, I probably love it.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so how about okay, so how about Boracay? Have you heard of it?
Boracay, the one with
The
the white
beach.
sand.
The white sand in the Philippines.
I haven't tried it.
heard
Haven't
of it,
tried it.
but as you know, I've not been out of the
Oh
Metro Manila
yes,
yet.
so
So.
that's a main
Yeah.
to go to these
I
here
heard,
in the
I heard.
Philippines.
It's beautiful,
Yes.
but never been.
How about manga? The fruit.
The mango.
mango.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
Oh,
course, it's
certainly very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The right one
Especially
here.
in season.
Yes, in Cebu actually, it's very that's the best mango here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so how about um, culture foods, street foods, culture foods? Have you ever tried some?
Which?
Do you know
Street
isaw,
foods.
sir?
Isaw, like the culture
The
food
intestine of
festival.
the chicken.
No.
Oh, that's yeah, of course. Yeah, this is delicious. I told you I like it all.
Everything.
Yeah, I like everything.
Oh, it's like street foods, like the intestine of the chicken,
Yes.
like something like that. We eat
Yeah,
it
I
here.
haven't tried it here. I've tried it in other countries.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. But a lot of the street food is also very sweet.
Sweet.
And I think that, as a side note, is not a very good thing here. There's too much sugar in everything.
Yes.
Do you know kwek-kwek, sir?
Which one?
The quail egg.
The
That's,
boiled
yeah, of
egg
course,
that
yes.
is wrapped in
Wrapped in,
Orange.
in dough.
yes.
Yes, I tried.
Yeah. Wow. like again. Okay. So thank you
You're
so
almost
much.
a Pinoy, sir.
Xiaobiao.
Yes.
Xiaobiao.
Okay. So thank you so much, sir, for participating. Yes. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yes. Okay. So I guess we will resume to our. I guess before we end, these are just a few questions. So, what is the main reason that you're staying here in the Philippines?
Same answer I gave you before.
Yeah,
Business,
it's-
business.
it's work.
The business and
Yeah.
for your wife.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, what can you just say about the Filipino culture? The culture of the Filipinos,
How we
like
live.
how we live, how this.
Oh my
how
God.
everything.
You know, I'm not an expert in Filipino culture. I think that Haho will become an expert pretty soon.
Mm.
I work with Filipinos all over the world. I work with them in Vienna a lot, in Austria. Many of my friends are from the Philippines. As you know, in the United Arab Emirates and in that region, in the Gulf countries, it's full
A lot
of
of
Filipinos.
Filipinos.
Sometimes I think that Abu Dhabi is Filipino. It's not. It's not Arab. It's Filipino. And what I did find is that the Filipinos stick together. They help each other. They help you if you help them. And there's a definite cultural bond that exists that I actually appreciate and like very much.
Thank you so much for that. How about you, sir?
Well, there are two elements of culture that I would like to comment on. You have the social culture, the social family circumstance,
family.
the relations with each other and their neighbors. Well, one thing I noticed also is very much avoiding conflict, which, well, again, to refer back to my own cultural background, we were not averse to being very direct or to confront somebody if there's a problem, if there's a question, if there's a concern. And I find until now, my brief experience, that here sometimes it goes very far into avoiding conflict,
Yeah.
which can be good in the context.
But sometimes-
it developed for a reason here. So that is something I noticed, and I think in the context it works well, but for me, I'm working on adapting to it. Because sometimes there are things that need to change, or something that I consider could be improved, but I have to find the right way to present it,
Yes.
not be rude.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Another element of culture, but that's quite specific to the big cities, and maybe even especially to Metro Manila, is that you've taken a lot of the American culture.
What?
You've taken over a lot of the American
Yes.
culture. Of course, with the cars, but also the way that the shops. There are so many fast food chains, quick markets that basically only sell stuff that is not good for you, in my opinion, and based on international kind of
Yeah.
concern. Salty, sweety, fatty, all that. And I'm sure that you have a lot of rich culture in good food, in good good drinks that you may have forgotten a bit. So I think that's a pity, and I hope that I'll also have more experience with the original culture
Yes.
that is really Filipino. So I can also learn what your roots are.
Yes, I guess you'll be able to experience that not here in Manila, but in the provinces, in the islands. I
Exactly.
guess. That's
So
the best way.
I look forward to that
Yes.
when I have settled in completely and I will move out of the main city, then I
Yes.
can experience the real Filipino culture.